Scorpio, he already exists. While you watch this video, the man who will completely transform your life is already breathing the same air as you, walking the streets of this world, getting closer and closer to the moment when your eyes will meet for the first time. And when that happens, you will feel something you have never felt before. Not that superficial attraction you have experienced dozens of times, not that fleeting interest that disappears in weeks, but a profound, almost frightening recognition that this person carries something your soul has been searching for in all previous lives. He's not like the men who have been in your life so far. He's not another one who will walk away when you show him your deepest layers. He's not another one who will be scared by your intensity or try to make you be less than you are. This man was specifically prepared for you. He was shaped by his own experiences, his own pain, his own transformations, until he reached the exact point where he can finally find you and recognize you for who you truly are. And you know what's most incredible about all this? You were also prepared for him. All the relationships that didn't work out, all the men you tried to make work but who never quite fit, all the disappointments and disillusionments you went through, none of that was wasted time. It was all necessary for you to arrive at this moment, being exactly who you need to be, to welcome this man into your life. Because if he had arrived earlier, when you were still stuck in old patterns, you wouldn't have been able to recognize him. Or worse, you might have pushed him away, as you did with others who weren't right for you. But now it's different. Now you're ready, and he's coming. It's not a possibility. It's not a vague hope. It's a certainty manifesting in your physical reality at this very moment. The universe has already orchestrated the events, positioned the right people in the right places, created the circumstances that will bring you together. The only remaining variable is, will you be prepared to recognize him when he appears? Because he won't arrive with a sign on his forehead saying, "It's me." He will arrive unexpectedly, perhaps even in a way you never imagined. Scorpio, you need to understand something fundamental about this man entering your life. He will challenge every defense you've built around your heart. And this will be both the most frightening and liberating thing you've ever experienced. For years, you've perfected the art of appearing strong and impenetrable on the outside while harboring an oceanic depth of emotion inside. You've learned to test people, to push away those who weren't worthy of seeing your deepest truths. But this man will pass all your tests without even realizing he's being tested. He won't need to prove anything because his authenticity will be so evident that you won't be able to question it. And that will destabilize you at first. You'll look for the signs of falsehood you've always found in others. You'll try to find the cracks in the facade, the inconsistencies in his behavior, but you won't find them. Because this man is real in a way you almost forgot was possible. And when you finally accept this reality, when you allow your defenses to fall, you'll discover a level of intimacy and connection that will completely redefine what you thought was possible between two people. What impresses me most about this upcoming encounter is how precisely it was orchestrated. It's no coincidence that it's happening now, at this specific moment in your life. You've just gone through a period of profound transformation. You let go of people, situations, and old versions of yourself that no longer served you. You went through the fire and emerged different, clearer about who you are and what you deserve. And it was precisely this transformation that opened the energetic portal for this man to finally enter your reality. He also went through his own transformation. He also had to let go. He also had to overcome challenges that shaped him into the man he is now. You two were being prepared in parallel, each on your own path, until finally you both reached the point of maturity necessary to create the kind of connection you will have. A connection that is not based on lack or need, but on mutual recognition and conscious choice. For Scorpio women born between October 23rd and November 2nd, this man will appear in professional situations or environments where you are demonstrating your personal power. He will be attracted to your competence and strength, but will stay for your emotional depth. For those born between November 3rd and 12th, the encounter will happen in more unexpected contexts, perhaps through friends or in places where you are being completely yourself. And for those born between November 13th and 21st, he will enter through situations that demand your vulnerability, moments where you are being more authentic than strategic. But regardless of how he approaches you, you'll know. You'll feel an electricity in the air when he's around. You'll realize your conversations have a depth you can't achieve with other people. You'll notice he's not afraid of your intensity. On the contrary, he'll be equally intense, and this will create a chemistry between you that will be palpable to anyone around. Are you ready to finally be seen completely? Without filters, without masks, without protections. One of the things that will surprise you about this man is how he handles his emotions. Scorpio is known for feeling everything intensely, for diving into emotional depths that most people prefer to avoid. And you've probably gotten used to the idea that you need to moderate your emotions around other people, that your intensity might be too much for others to handle. But with him, you'll discover that you can be as intense as you really are, and instead of being scared, he'll dive into those depths with you. He won't try to fix you or calm you down or make you lighter. He will honor the totality of your emotional being, including the parts you've always had to hide from others. And when you experience this total acceptance for the first time, something inside you will open up in a way you didn't even know was possible. You'll realize you've kept parts of yourself locked away in inner vaults, waiting for someone worthy of seeing them. This man isn't perfect. He has his own wounds, his own shadows, his own areas for growth. But the difference is that he's willing to work on them. He doesn't run from his own dark side, which means he won't run from yours either. And that ability to look at the shadow without fear, both his own and yours, is what will allow you to create a level of intimacy that transcends what most people manage to build in entire relationships. You'll have conversations at 3 in the morning that will last until dawn. You'll explore emotional territories you didn't even know existed. You'll challenge each other to grow in ways you never could alone. And yes, sometimes it will be intense, sometimes it will be uncomfortable, sometimes you'll have to work through difficult issues, but neither of you will run away, because you finally found someone worth fighting alongside, not against. Scorpio, I need to talk to you about something that might scare you a little. This man will see through all your masks. You won't be able to hide anything from him. And I know that might seem threatening to you, who has always used control and mystery as forms of protection. But here's the liberating truth. When you no longer need to hide who you are, when you can be completely transparent and still be loved, a huge weight is lifted from your shoulders. You'll discover that being deeply known is far better than being superficially admired. That being accepted in your entirety is far more satisfying than being idealized in edited versions. And this will change not only your relationship with him, but your relationship with yourself. You'll stop judging yourself by the parts you always thought you needed to hide. You'll begin to value yourself for the complex and rich totality that you truly are. He will enter your life and not just stay. He will become so completely intertwined with your existence that you won't be able to imagine what it was like before him. Not in a codependent or unhealthy way, but in a way that expands who you are. He will challenge you to reach potentials you didn't even know you had. He will believe in you when you doubt yourself. He will push you out of your comfort zone exactly when you need it. And you will do the same for him, because this isn't a relationship where one person is the savior and the other is saved. It's a relationship where two complete and powerful individuals choose to unite to create something even greater than either of them could create alone. It's a partnership in the deepest sense of the word. In the days leading up to your meeting with this man, you may begin to feel an inexplicable anticipation, a feeling that something important is about to happen. Don't ignore this intuition. Scorpio has one of the sharpest intuitions in the zodiac, and in this case, it's preparing you for what's to come. You may have dreams that seem more real than real life. You may feel a magnetic pull towards certain places or events. Follow these impulses. They are guiding you to the encounter that will change everything. Also pay attention to how you feel around different men in the coming weeks. When he appears, you'll feel a marked difference. With others, you might feel neutral or even bored. But with him, there will be an immediate spark, a feeling of recognition, as if your soul is saying, "Finally, here you are." Trust that feeling. Your Scorpio intuition is rarely wrong when it comes to recognizing meaningful connections. One important thing you need to understand: this man won't complete you because you are already complete. What he will do is amplify who you already are. He will be like a mirror reflecting back all your best qualities, allowing you to see them more clearly. And at the same time, he will challenge you to work on areas where you still have room for growth. Not in a critical or judgmental way, but in a loving and encouraging way. He will celebrate your victories as if they were his own. He will hold your space when you are going through difficult times. He will remind you of who you are when you forget. And he will do all this expecting you to do the same for him, because this relationship is based on genuine reciprocity, not on keeping score or power games. You will create your own world together. You will have private rituals that no one else will understand. You will have forms of communication that don't require words. You will have a level of intimacy that will make other relationships seem superficial in comparison. And that's not arrogance. It's simply the result of two people who are willing to fully immerse themselves in the experience of true connection. Scorpio, I know you've been hurt before. I know you've opened your heart and had it trampled on. I know you've built walls around yourself for protection, and I'm here to tell you that this man will ask you to tear down those walls. Not all at once, not by force, but brick by brick, at your own pace. And each time you remove a brick, he will show you through consistent actions that you are safe doing so. He will earn your trust not through grand romantic gestures or empty promises, but through consistent presence and actions aligned with his words. And when you finally trust him completely, and you will discover that vulnerability is not weakness. It is actually the deepest form of strength, because it takes far more courage to be open than to be closed. What's happening isn't luck or chance. It's the natural result of all the work you've done on yourself over the past few years. Every time you chose to heal instead of perpetuating hurt patterns, every time you chose to see the truth instead of deluding yourself, every time you chose to grow instead of staying stuck in comfort zones, all of that has brought you to this point where you're ready to receive the kind of love you've always deserved. And he did his work too. He also healed his wounds. He also grew through his challenges. He also became the kind of man who can stand beside a powerful woman like you without feeling threatened. You both did the necessary inner work, and now the universe is bringing you together as a reward for that dedication to personal growth. When you meet for the first time, it might not be a cinematic moment. It might be in an ordinary situation, perhaps even a little banal. But what will happen between you in that moment will be anything but ordinary. There will be an electric charge in the air. There will be recognition in each other's eyes. There will be a feeling of, I know you from somewhere, even if you've never met before in this life. And then it will begin, slowly at first, perhaps. You might start as friends or acquaintances, or maybe the attraction will be so immediate and strong that you won't be able to pretend it's just friendship. Either way, what will grow between you will be inevitable. You might even try to resist if you're afraid of the intensity, but eventually you'll have to surrender to what's obvious to anyone watching you, that you were meant to be together. This man will stay, not because he has no other options, not because he needs you to feel complete, but because he chooses you every day, consciously and deliberately. And you will do the same. And it is this daily choice, this constant reaffirmation of commitment to one another, that will build the kind of relationship that survives any storm. Scorpio, in the coming days and weeks, keep your heart open. Don't let past wounds prevent you from recognizing the present that is coming. Don't let fear make you miss the opportunity to experience the kind of love you always knew was possible, but never found. This man is coming. He is getting closer and closer. And when he finally arrives, it will be worth every disappointment, every broken heart, every tear you shed along the way. Because all of this was preparing you to recognize and value exactly what he is. A true partner, a loyal confidant, a passionate lover, a deep friend, all in one person. Someone who isn't afraid of your darkness because he has embraced his own. Someone who doesn't run from your intensity because he is equally intense. Someone who doesn't ask you to be less than you are, but encourages you to be even more. And when you finally meet, when your eyes meet for the first time, you'll understand why you had to wait. You'll understand why none of the others worked out. You'll understand that the universe was saving you for him, and him for you. And all the pain of the past will make sense, because it's what brought you to this perfect moment. Are you ready to receive this gift that the universe is sending you? Share in the comments if you've been feeling signs that something important is about to happen in the area of relationships. Your experiences will inspire other Scorpios who are also preparing for transformative encounters. Subscribe to the channel now, because when this man enters your life, you'll want guidance on how to navigate this new phase, how to balance your need for independence with the desire for deep connection, how to allow yourself to be vulnerable without losing your power, how to create a relationship based on true equality and mutual respect. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any content that can support you in this new phase. He's coming, Scorpio. Prepare your heart, not by building more defenses, but by making room to receive what you've always deserved, because this man isn't just another one passing through your life. He's the one who stays, the one who builds, the one who chooses you every day. And together you will create something so profound, so real, so transformative, that it will completely redefine what you thought was possible in love. And you will be grateful for every step that brought you here.